So, hey you guys, it feels weird talking to the camera because I guess most of my last videos haven't really included any talking. I guess I'm gonna do a kind of tutorial kind of thing on how I draw eyes, because I don't know, many people have been asking for more art videos, so you know, I'm decided to do a tutorial of some sort because eyes are kind of the only thing I feel quite confident on when it comes to drawing, because I think eyes are just one of those things that you just draw a lot just because they're nice. I don't know. I mean, when you're drawing an eye, you don't really need anything special. I just got a few random pencils that I have there, and a blending stump thing, and a rubber. It's good to have a range of like pencils in terms of, I've got a 3B pencil, a 6B, and then I think this is my mechanical pencil, I think has 2B lead in it. So I guess the most important thing I think when it comes to drawing eyes is, or just drawing anything to be honest, when you're trying to do it realistically, is, you know, get a reference photo and draw from that. Like, look at the picture and copy what you see down, because you know it's really hard to draw something realistic from memory, because although we all know what an eye looks like, it's still very hard, you know. And make sure the photo is like really good quality where you can zoom in and everything, because that'll make it easier to see what's going on. So the picture I'm using is just a random one off Google, because unfortunately I cannot use my own eye because my eyes are basically black like my soul. My iris is like all browny black, so you can't actually see anything. It's the same color as my pupils, so it's not very fun to draw. So first thing I do usually when I draw an eye is, you know, I'll sketch out the shape. Annoyingly, this eye is the person's right eye, and I prefer drawing the left eye because I just find it easier, but we'll just go with it. So I'll draw out the outline, and I just look at the picture, draw it out, and just copy it and see how I like it. And I don't bother with the eyelashes at the moment, so I won't draw the eyelashes. I'll draw the shape of the eye, you know, up to just the entire shape, and then I'll draw in the iris and the pupil, and then mark out where the highlights are. So I'm not going to talk through this part so I can speed up, because I don't want this video to be crazy long. I've drawn out the outline. You gotta make sure like your outline's really, you know, good. If your eye is in the right shape, or no amount of shading is gonna make it look any better. Obviously there's no right and wrong way in how you draw an eye. So yeah, I've made the outline, which is usually like an almond shape, and I usually mark out like the tear duct. You know, the most important thing is just do it as the picture, like how the picture is, you know. And obviously a lot of the time there'll be a lot of trial and error on when you're doing it, because it's really hard to obviously get it perfect first time. So if it looks wrong, just rub it out and try again. And I mark where the pupil is, and I mark pretty detailed where the highlights are, easier for later on. The first thing I like to do is just color in the pupil, because obviously that's just all black. So I take my 6B pencil and I just go in and color it, and be careful to like not touch the highlights. And if it does, it doesn't really matter, because you're gonna go over highlights with white paint or a white gel pen or a rubber later. So okay, so after I've done that, so it's all black, what I kind of like to do is just take my blending stump. This is really ugly now because my sister kind of just destroyed it, and I like just to blend out the edges a little bit, because I just feel like it gets you started and has a nice effect. Next thing I like to do is go around the edges of the iris and darken them, where obviously they're gonna be darker. So what I like to do is I'll blend it out in, because it just kind of fades into lighter, and then I'll just go over the entire eye with my blending stump so I can have like a base layer of just like grey to work with. Now that I've done that, I'll start to go into like doing more of the little details in the eye. So in a lot of eyes, you know, there'll be like little rings around the iris and, you know, what looks like little like line, I don't know what they're called, like those lines and things. So I'll just look at the picture and just go into more detail. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I guess the beauty in drawing an eye, especially like with the iris, is that you can just make it up really. You don't have to follow the picture exactly. Just, you know, because every eye is like different, you know. That's what I'm doing next. I like to then take my blending stump, because it's probably already filled with loads of graphite, and I just go around the edges. So next I'm going to do the whites of the eye. And obviously the whites of the eye are never actually fully white, so I'm just going over the edges because I always have to make sure that I'm not too harsh with like my lines. I make sure that the top and the bottom bits are darker than the middles, and that the ends are slightly darker, and obviously where the tear duct is going to be darker. But just like go slowly and take your time. If it's too dark, then just go back with the rubber and just follow like the picture. Okay, so lastly are the eyelashes. Like when I do my eyelashes, it's just like really hard. I press hard and flick. Look at the picture and follow where the eyelashes go. Make them sharp. Obviously don't draw like the straight eyelashes we all did when we were kids, because obviously those aren't what eyelashes actually look like. So, oh, I hate drawing them. I just like to do random ones. They don't have to be perfect because eyelashes obviously aren't perfect. You know, they don't all go exactly the same direction. So this is like the final outcome. I just decided not to do the skin or anything like that because I just like it the way it is. I don't want to risk ruining it. With drawing anything, it just feels like it's never done. There's always something more you can add to it, but so far I'm really happy with that, and I think I'll leave it there and stop touching it because I'm gonna ruin it if I keep on adding too much to it. You learn as you do it, you know. I think to get to this point I've had to practice so like hundreds and hundreds of eyes over the years, and you just the more you draw, the more you get better at it. But yeah, so that's how I draw eyes, and I hope you guys like this video. My voice is a bit strange because I never talk on camera, and I think when I talk on camera I kind of overanalyze my voice, and then my accent goes really weird as well. I hope you guys liked the video, and then if there's anything else you want me to do and please make suggestions in the comments.